We have a trunk full of board games, but which of these can actually be played in a car? And can even the driver join in on some of these? Let's find out.
We picked 10 games that we think will work great in the car, but will they actually? We'll start testing with just one. Why just one? Well, I mean, there's gonna be 10, but why this game called Just One? One player will try to guess a word. But how will he guess? The other players in the back seat will give me clues, or maybe you'll give clues. The catch is they cannot speak between themselves, and before they show me the clues, they'll compare the words, and if they roll the same, it gets erased. So don't do the same, just different. Okay?
The simplest way how to play the game in the car, and the driver can play as well if the driver is the guesser, right? Don't have to do anything. All right, so all of you just saw the word, you're writing down a hint, hopefully not the same one, and then you will compare the hints, right?
Come on, man. Reini. So, me and Reinis matched, so we have to erase.
In other words, we're already screwed.
No, you're screwed. We're fine.
We're a team.
Erase.
This is a team game, by the way. We're trying to get the most points, and you can get the points by guessing correctly, right?
Sure, it is a team game. Sure. So the one hint is Gorbachev. I wonder if our word would have stayed. Would that help, actually?
No.
I don't think it would. And how why it works great in the car with him as the driver and the guesser. He doesn't have to look away from the road for 1 minute. I just read the word. Okay. So you can guess along. The word is Gorbachev.
Or Russia.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's bold. And,
From all the bold people, you wrote down Bezos.
Yes, and we matched.
Wow.
Oh.
So that's the game. Does it work in a car?
Okay, so
For a passenger?
okay, so we'll give the passenger rating on 1, 2, 3. Viesturs and Reinis, so thumbs up or thumbs down, and then we'll get your rating. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So it's a thumbs up from passengers.
So for me, it's, I guess, thumbs up.
On to the next game, herd mentality. It's like the exact same game, just opposite.
This game basically tests, can you think similarly as everybody else?
You want to be with the majority? If you're not, you just don't score. But if you're the only one who thinks that way, you get the pink cow. The pink cow is bad, even though she looks really cool. How this game works is, I'll draw a question, I'll read the question, and everyone just writes down the answer. And usually you would write down on a piece of paper, but everyone has phones, and it's gonna be easier to write down on your phones. And then we'll each read out our answer, and probably score some points. Name a fictional mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Okay, I have Jerry.
Okay, that's the other option.
I have Mickey.
Mickey?
Muad'Dib.
Wow.
So, you and Reinis would score 1 point, and me and Viesturs scored no points.
But in the case, if you would also have Mickey Mouse, then Viesturs with his unique answer would get the pink cow, which means he cannot win the game unless he gets rid of the pink cows.
All right, let's get to the voting, starting with the passengers. You ready?
Does it work in a car?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Anyway, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, Mr. Driver.
This more than just one, to be honest.
All right, next one is Flip 7. This is going to be the trickiest so far.
Yeah.
Because you will draw cards, and you don't want to draw two of the same. If you do, you bust. So you can stop anytime you want. And the first one to reach 200 points wins. Easy peasy. Let's see how it works in the car. I'll start. I can either stop. I have an 8. And there's a tricky thing that there are 8 8s in this deck. And 9 9s and 10 10s. Well, you got it. So I can either stop or continue. I will continue. Seems pretty safe. So I'll just draw a card. And now I draw 10. So I'm up to 18 points. Reinis, will you? Okay.
I bust.
You had a 12? Yeah.
And that's a quick game.
That's a very quick game. Quick round. Okay. You gonna stop?
No, let's go.
Sure.
So I have 19, I have 10
I
and
have
19.
I'm up to 18. I will draw. I got a 12. Ooh, the 12 is the killer. I am going to use the free action, which is called checking it out. And I'll stop at 30 points. So I'm out. I would get 30 points at the end of the round. Since we don't see Viesturs' cards, you might have busted a long time ago and just afraid to tell us.
Yeah.
But,
300 points.
Janis now? Janis, will you?
I have more than you, so no, I'll stop. I have 31.
Wow.
We keep playing until somebody gets 200 points. In Reinis' case, it's gonna take a while.
Passenger vote. Does this work in a car? In 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It is. The next one is Railroad INK, which is a roll and write game. What that means is we'll roll some dice, and then we have to use those dice to, well, draw railroads.
All of you are gonna roll some dice, and then whatever the results are from those dice, you must draw them in your sheet. You have to start from one of those entry places. For example, if there are railroads, and you can have to continue them from the railroads. The more blue arrows you connect with each other, the more score points you will score.
I'll roll 4 dice, and now you have to use those to draw on your sheet. This immediately is much trickier than previous games.
Should we do like a break test?
Marker everywhere. This is my amazing drawing so far. So here's a quick tip. Play this while driving on a highway, because on the city with a lot of turns and brakes, you won't understand what you have there. Does Railroad INK work in a car? Starting with the passenger mode. 1, 2, 3. And Mr. Driver, how did it work for you?
I didn't even get to play.
Next one is That Escalated Quickly, which is a simple party game with just some questions and answers, which you will be able to play.
If it's gonna be like a super simple party game with questions and answers, it's probably gonna work.
Okay, how this works, one will read out the question. I'm camping with my friends and I'm telling a scary story. What's the final line? Each other player will get a card with a number. And then 1 means least terrifying and 10 means most terrifying. And then you'll have to give your answer based on your number. And then I'll have to put them in order.
I think the rules sound more confusing than the game actually is. That's
true.
why we're gonna play it.
I'm a professional juggler. What do I juggle? 1, least likely I'll lose a hand. 10, most likely I'll lose a hand. Giannis, what am I juggling?
Professional Japanese katana.
Okay, got it. What am I juggling?
Oranges.
Oranges. Okay, Rainis, what am I juggling?
Big live sharks.
Big, not small live sharks, but big live sharks. I'll start with Viesters.
All right.
Then I'll continue with yours. What do you have? 9. Uh-oh. And you had 4. Rainis, you better have 10.
I have
10. Let's go.
Okay.
So we score a point because I put them in correct order from the smallest number to the highest number. So passengers, what do you think how it works as a game in a car? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Excellent.
It's great. I mean, 0 issues. The next game?
Scout. Look, what a small box. Must be a perfect travel game. Scout is a simple game where you'll be collecting sets of cards and playing them. Simple, right?
Sounds simple.
Let's see how it works in the car. You're trying to get as many cards as you can, and you get cards by playing sets of cards. And so, let's say I'll start. On my turn, I have to play a set, and set can be also a single card. But let's say I'll play a simple set of 2 and 3, okay? Now, Rainis, you have an option of either playing your set, or if you cannot, taking one of these cards. Yes, that beats mine from here to the moon. And now you get these 2 cards as points for you. Let's rate this as a car game. Passengers, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I mean, finally there was some silence in the car, so pretty good.
So if you want other people to shut up and not disturb you while driving, Scout. All right, next game on the list is That's Not a Hat. That is a yawn. That's Not a Hat is a simple memory game. I'll start. I'll draw a card and I'll say it out loud what it is. A trumpet. Then I'll turn it over and it's going to tell me which direction I have to give this as a gift. In this case, I have to give it to Giannis. I'll say,
Oh no.
Here's a trumpet for you. He has 2 options. He can either say thank you and then accept the gift, or he can say that's not a trumpet, and then we'll open it up and see. If it really isn't, then I'll get it as a minus point, and if it is, then he'll get us minus point. And once somebody gets minus 3 points, the game ends, and who has the least amount of minus points wins. Easy peasy.
Thank you for the trumpet, Mr. Giannis.
Yeah.
I have a candle, and I'm gonna give it to Viesters. Here you go, Viesters.
And now you have to...
You can't check.
Yeah, you can't check unless you say that's not a trumpet. So you can say either thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then you have to gift your other gift now that you had, the old one. Just you have to say what it is. That's how we know we can't remember nothing. So that's not a hat. So let's rate it. Passengers, you ready to rate this? 1, 2, 3. So probably the least likely to play in a car ever again. But you as a driver?
No, definitely no. I can't concentrate on the cards or the road. It's just...
Just concentrate on the cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a fix. Yeah, much better game now.
Next one is Katootsie. In Katootsie, I'm going to draw a category.
Yes.
And then I'm going to keep drawing letters. And the first one to name a thing in that category with that letter gets a point.
The small twist is if you think nobody will guess a word in that category with that letter, you can call out Katootsie. And from that point on, a timer starts. If nobody really does name that word, then you get the point. But if anybody guesses a word, then they steal a point from you and get that bonus point.
First category, things that are completely or mostly made of metal. With the letter P.
Bike.
Bike is, yeah. Okay, very good. Point
One
for you.
point.
Okay, ready? Another thing that is made of metal.
Yeah.
With the letter N.
Katootsie.
You get a point. Okay.
Passengers, how did you like it? In 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up, it works.
Second to last is Dark Stories, which is not really a game, right?
It's a social activity.
It's an activity.
Story game. It is a story game.
Yeah. How it works is I'll be the game master and I'll get this card which says, and don't ever do it like I do because everyone else can see the solution at the end. But essentially you get a short story and a drawing and then everyone else is going to try to figure out what actually happened by asking me questions that I can answer yes or no. The story is called A Dangerous Call. A man lies dead in a telephone booth next to a large fish. The windows are broken and blood is everywhere.
Did he call his wife and said to her that he once again bought a new board game?
Too close to home. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then never mind. Never mind.
But
never mind.
can that happen?
That all can happen.
There's no winner or loser. They're just trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
Why is there a dead fish? Why is there a lot of blood? Why are the windows of the booth broken? So passengers, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you, Mr. Driver?
I mean, it's the perfect game. I don't have to do anything, really.
Smart 10, a trivia game.
Okay, so we had a memory game, we had a story game, we had card game, trick-taking game.
Dice game.
Haven't had a trivia game so far.
Yeah, that's the only one that was missing. And we're like, whoa, this big box is probably very hard to play or open it or you know.
It's just you, no. Nobody's thinking that.
Really? Is it just me? And it's just this thing. Just this little thing, that's all we need. All right, so how this works is there's gonna be a question in the middle and then 10 possible answers. And you have to say the answer, open it up and see if you're correct. If you are, you keep that as a point. If you're not, you're out of the round. When the turn comes back to you, you can continue or just, quit while you have some points. Because if you guess again and you don't, you lose all the points for this round. The order in which these animals were domesticated.
All right.
Okay? 1 is long time ago, and 10 is the most recent.
Okay.
And the animals are as follows. We have...
Do you have a dog there?
Do you have a dog there?
Then dog is number 1.
Dog's number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, opening it up. It is number 1. Excellent. There's your point, sir.
I recently watched a documentary about this. So.
Did you mean a documentary?
We were so close to the end of the video. Ostrich 10. Is it? Wow.
I didn't know.
Wow,
Well, I
that's
guess
so
they
good.
are domesticated. Yeah. And now we would open this up and slide this question that we just did out, put it away, and we have a next question right there in front of us. And we continue until someone gets 30 points. All right, let's get some voting going. Passengers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And you as a... Yeah.
Really great. So those were the top 10 or just 10 games that work or don't?
Mostly work. I think
Mostly
there was
work.
only one that really didn't
Yeah,
work.
mostly work when you want to play something in a car. If you want a similar video, check out the smallest games that fit in a shoe video. If you like this one, you're definitely gonna enjoy that one.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone who's supporting us. And see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Wanna know why we're going to Lithuania? Well, subscribe.